It's just inside the 15-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Dart. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout, and they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. On first and 10, here is Dart. He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Tampa. Now for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Buccaneers are on top. It's 14-10.
14, Texans 10.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
26.
Rodgers. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
First down. A gain of 33 yards on the play. And the Texans first down.
Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. The Texans going to turn things over to their field goal unit. This one from 39 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans are back within a point. It's 14-13.
Morton Anderson to kick off.
Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A 1-point game as quarter 3 begins. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
Remember this one thing. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A gain of 24 through the air. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Out of the gun, here comes Dart. That's caught A.J. Dillon. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up second and 3. At the
From the 25, here's second and 3. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down. Throwing again, Dart. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down. Dart gonna throw it again. And he's in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Now, the extra point. His kick is good. And the Bucs extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13.
Texans 13.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And that kick goes out of bounds right away, and that is a big mistake because that ball's going to be marked beyond the 40-yard line. So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. To throw is Rodgers. In trouble, and down he goes. That is Odafe Owe in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And that is incomplete.
I think when that ball left his hand, he had visions of a big play, and then that big play almost got flipped on its head because I think he's lucky that that ball didn't end up going back the other direction because that defender got both hands on it but just couldn't come down with the pick.
3rd and a long way to go. Now Rodgers. That's caught by McCaffrey. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down. The Texans getting all set to punt as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to work out just fine. Kick goes out of bounds at the 5-yard line. First play of the drive, and here's Dillon.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
2nd and 11. To throw is Dart. To the left side, caught by Kelsey. And a nice gain, getting this to about the 23-yard line. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Room to run at the 35. To the 45. Still going. And he is unstoppable. He goes all the way. 77 yards. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The extra point is good. And the Bucs will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Texans 13.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. A-Rod now to throw on 1st down. He finds Mr. Reliable, Mike Evans. And he will take this one in. 71 yards. Touchdown, Houston.
That was was a big-time answer by this offense, and they really needed it. I mean, this game, it looked like it was starting to get away, didn't it, Mike? I mean, now it's up to their defense. Can they get a stop of their own so they can get their offense back out there, get the ball back, and try to build off this last drive?
Extra point attempt still to come. He's got it. And the Texans are back within one score. It is an 8-point game.
Texans 20.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready up!
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Let's go now!
Trying to start on the ground, and he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. So we are through 3. This is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's a run to begin the 4th quarter. Oh, big hole left side. And he will score again. Touchdown, Buccaneers. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. No problem there on the extra point, and the Buccaneers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Evans. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Number 50, and you block over here. Outside.
On the shotgun, it's A-Rod. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
We maintain the 50s.
Rodgers to throw. That is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It makes sense to try to push the ball downfield, Mike, and go to the air when you find yourself trailing by this deficit. But it also makes you very predictable. You see the defense, they're in nickel personnel, extra defensive backs on the field. It gets that much harder to throw when the defense knows it's coming.
And he's able to push his way forward, a gain of about 2. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 28-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Ready, break. Mustang 19, tight.
Out of shotgun. It's dark. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. He'll get that complete to Emeka Egbuka. Just his 1st catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a 1st down. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Dart gonna fake the give and hold on to it. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going in short game.
And he tried to get around the corner, but will not. Brought down. That's a loss on the play.
17-yard line.
This defense in desperate need of a stop, and here comes third down.
19, Tiger.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
He will have the conversion and more. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Point after try forthcoming. The kick is good. And the Buccaneers are able to extend the lead.
42, Texans 20.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. Second and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 23-yard line.
88, jump out! Jim!
From the gun, Rodgers. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long.
26.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
Get 300. Get 300. Hey, take 26.
Here we go. One final play. Now a shot here, deep middle. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So, fire the cannons. It's a win for the Bucs. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game. And are going to send their fans home quite happy.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to USAA Stadium, the home of the Madden Championship Series. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Morton Anderson to kick off.
Here's the former Saint and Viking Morton Anderson to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stroud looks to throw on the first play. This goes out wide from Mixon. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, but it's 2nd down.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Throwing now is Stroud. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Stroud. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The sideline. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. First carry now for A.J. Dillon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here now, 2nd and 4. On play action, May. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Here's May. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with May. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
A gain of 7. First down, New York.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
You there. 5.
They go play action now. May. And it's incomplete. Not the warmest starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy check downs. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
2 things to watch. First, his strength in being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw. May. And that will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Crazy.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
Stroud to throw it. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 19 yards away. And the Texans will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. 1 play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Now a 2nd and 10. This is Dillon on the counter. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw, it's May. He'll check this down, complete to Dillon. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
And that flag's on Myles Garrett, and we know he's got a nose for getting after the quarterback, but that time, even though he's going to protest it a little bit, he's a step late, and they hit him with the penalty.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. It past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Throwing here is May. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked up on a great one, Darrelle Revis. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TV. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure.
Touchdown, Giants! Hunter Henry, 65 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Giants 7. Morton Anderson to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
On the quick, right?
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to
To the right side and intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Here goes to that. What's that? Crazy, crazy. Motion. Hey, that's your man.
To the air, May. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Hey, here goes throw.
They'll throw with May. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Moss.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
What's that? What's that?
From the gun, it's May. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
At the 7-yard line.
They'll run here with Dillon. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. From the shotgun, May with it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. That's the former Washington great Sean Taylor. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
And the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So first thing crossing my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Here goes that. Hey, what's that?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Crazy. Hey, what's that? Crazy.
From the shotgun, it's May. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Hunter Henry in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand-new ball game. May going to try to throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Boy, they're down only one score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
Cam Little to kick off.
The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Crazy.
Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Fighting through it, he's got space. Yeah, he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on third. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
9 yards. First down, Giants.
Keep it rolling, man. Keep it rolling. It's crazy.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
A third quarter now, to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, what's that?
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. But he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Texans add 6 to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8.
Texans 21, Giants 13. Cam Little to kick off.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Here's 2nd and 10. A give for Dillon running right. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they go play action with May. They'll try and do this himself. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat. And if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
They're going on 4th down. May. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Here's May. Now swing pass for Dillon.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The tight end in motion right. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
May now off the bootleg. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw. May. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
4th down, 10 yards to go.
Here goes front. Hey, what's up?
They'll try and throw for it with May. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked up on a great one. Darrell Revis. And the Texans are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches say. I guarantee you.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Andre Johnson, 96 yards. And the Texans use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now.
28, Giants 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Fights through and now a crease. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's May. It's Dillon again. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing here is May. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Short pass caught by Henry. And they snap him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
That's to his running back, complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Here's 1st and goal. To the air, May. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Score Texans 28, Giants 20. Anderson
Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Brought down back at
the Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
All right. 18. What's up?
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here we go.
Stroud back to throw. That's pulled in by Wilson. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
18. What's up?
Stroud looks to throw. And it is caught. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down, and that is the big one, as they should be able to run it out from here. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Down by Andrew Phillips. Brought down back at the 45-yard line.
So this one in the win column for the Texans, and it was thanks in part to the play of their third-year quarterback.
Yeah, he really had a great night throwing the football. 3 touchdown passes. He was totally locked in. He was precise and really willed his guys to the victory.
So that'll do it from here for Charles Davis and the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com/Madden. So long, everybody.